Listen carefully, because no one will tell you this brutal truth. Cheating doesn't start with a kiss in some hotel room. It starts like a gas leak in your house. Invisible, odorless, fatal. You smell nothing. You see nothing. Until one day, boom, everything explodes. Right now, there's a man lying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling. His woman is sleeping next to him, but something feels wrong. Her laugh sounds different. Her hugs feel rehearsed. Her phone buzzes at midnight, and she says it's her sister. Again, he knows something's off, but he can't put his finger on it. Sound familiar? That's because she's using psychological tricks so subtle, so manipulative, that even she doesn't realize she's doing them. These aren't the obvious signs everyone talks about. These are the hidden weapons women deploy unconsciously when they're already emotionally gone. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 5 psychological tricks that expose the truth before she even admits it to herself. Because when a woman cheats, she always leaves digital breadcrumbs. Always. You just need to know where to look. Hit that subscribe button right now, because here we don't chase lies, we expose them. Drop your city in the comments so I know where my warriors are watching from. And smash that like button if you're ready to stop being played. Section 1. The emotional ice wall. Here's the first trick, and it's the most dangerous. Emotional withdrawal disguised as stress. Picture this. 3 months ago, she'd text you random memes during work. She'd laugh at your stupid jokes. She'd ask about your day like she actually cared about the answer. When you walked through that door, her face would light up like Christmas morning. Now? You walk into the room, and it's like talking to a beautiful stranger wearing her face. How was your day, babe? Fine. Want to grab dinner at that place you love? I'm not hungry. Everything okay? Yeah, just tired. Long week. But watch this. 2 hours later, she's giggling at something on her phone. Not tired then, is she? Her energy is selective now. Rationed, carefully distributed to everyone except you. Here's the gossip-level detail that'll make your blood run cold. She's not tired. She laughed at Daniel's meme in the work group chat 30 minutes ago. She spent an hour on FaceTime with her sister. The same sister she claims she's too drained to call when you suggest family dinner. She posted 3 Instagram stories today, all smiling and energetic. But when you got home, suddenly she's exhausted. But here's the psychological kicker that'll mess with your head. She's creating artificial scarcity. Just like a store that claims limited stock to make you value it more, she's making her attention precious by giving you less of it. It's not conscious, it's instinctual. When women lose interest, they subconsciously create emotional distance to test if you'll chase. If you do chase, you confirm her suspicion that you're needy. If you don't, she uses it as evidence that you don't care enough. The psychological truth: women don't randomly turn cold. They withdraw emotional investment when they're reinvesting it elsewhere. Whether it's another man, a fantasy, or just the idea of escape, the focus has shifted. She's rationing her warmth because she's spending it somewhere else. Her emotional bank account hasn't gone empty. She's just moved her money to a different bank. But this ice wall isn't the most insidious weapon in her arsenal. The next trick is far more dangerous. Section 2. Digital fortress mode. Here's trick number 2, creating digital privacy where none existed before. Remember when her phone used to lay on the counter, face up, notifications popping like popcorn? You'd see everything. Work messages, family group chats, random TikToks she'd show you. Her digital life was an open book, and you were her favorite reader. Now that phone is glued to her hand like a third limb. Face down on the table, screen darker than a movie theater. She takes it to the bathroom, to shower, to bed. When it buzzes at 11 p.m., she grabs it with the speed of a pickpocket and types back under the blanket. Who's texting so late? Oh, just Sarah from work. She's having drama with her boyfriend. Again. That girl needs therapy. Yeah, she's going through it. Here's the detail that'll haunt you. Sarah from work hasn't texted her in 3 weeks. You know, because you saw Sarah at the grocery store, and she asked why your girl has been so distant lately. Meanwhile, Her phone shows 47 unread messages in a group chat called Weekend Plans that didn't exist last month. But here's the psychological warfare that'll blow your mind. She's using digital intimacy as a weapon. Every notification she hides from you is a small betrayal. Every private conversation is her practicing emotional infidelity. She's training herself to have a secret life, and the phone is her classroom. Women compartmentalize digitally before they compartmentalize physically. The phone becomes her practice ground for deception. Watch this pattern. First, she stops sharing funny memes with you. Then she stops reading messages out loud. Then she angles the screen away when typing. Finally, she develops phantom notification syndrome, grabbing her phone every few minutes even when it hasn't buzzed, because her guilty conscience makes her paranoid. You'll see something. The psychology behind this: she's compartmentalizing her life into two lanes. The version she shares with you and the version she's hiding. Digital secrecy always precedes emotional betrayal. Always. The phone becomes her escape hatch from your shared reality. But phone games are child's play compared to what's coming next. Section 3. The alibi assembly line. Trick number 3 is where it gets scary. Building a network of convenient excuses. Suddenly, she's got more evening plans than a socialite running for mayor. Tuesday is yoga class. Thursday is book club. Saturday morning is a new workout routine at a gym across town. Sunday is brunch with the girls, a rotating cast of friends you've never met, but hear about constantly like characters in a soap opera. I'll be home late tonight, babe. Book club is discussing that new novel. Which book? Oh, you wouldn't know it. It's literary fiction. Really dense stuff. What's it about? Relationships and society. Complex themes. Very intellectual. She says this while scrolling her phone, not making eye contact, like she's reading from invisible cue cards. Here's the gossip bomb that'll shatter your world. She hasn't read a book in 2 years. Her book club friend Jessica posted on Instagram last night. She was at home watching The Bachelor with her kids and a bottle of wine. Meanwhile, your girl's location shows her at a wine bar downtown until midnight, and her Spotify shows she was listening to slow R&B music, not discussing literary themes. But wait, it gets worse. When Jessica calls your house looking for her the next day, your girl panics. Oh, Jessica, I thought book club was cancelled. I went for a drive to clear my head instead. Here's the psychological mastery that'll terrify you. She's using the truthful lie technique. Every alibi contains 70% truth and 30% deception, making it nearly impossible to catch. The gym membership is real. She uses it twice a month for legitimacy. The book club exists. She joined it 3 months ago but only attended orientation. Her friends are real. She just borrows their identities without their knowledge. But the most sinister part is the backup alibi system. She always has plan B ready. If the gym story fails, she was driving around to think. If the book club collapses, she was helping a friend through a crisis. She's built a psychological escape room with multiple exit doors. Watch this pattern. She mentions activities days in advance to establish believability. She references details from previous conversations to create consistency. She uses real locations and real people to add authenticity. And she always has a backup story that's impossible to verify. The psychological manipulation here is genius and cruel. She's using real people as cover stories without their knowledge. Jessica doesn't know she's being used as an alibi. The gym membership is real, but she's not sweating on treadmills. She's meeting someone in the parking lot of the shopping center next door, using the gym's Wi-Fi to make her location look legitimate. She's creating layers of believable lies by mixing truth with deception. The gym exists, the friends exist, the activities exist, but the timing, the purpose, the details, all fabricated with surgical precision. But this coordinated deception is nothing compared to the mind game that's coming. Section 4. The intimacy switcheroo. Here's trick 4, and it'll make your skin crawl. Weaponizing intimacy as manipulation. The bedroom becomes a battlefield, but not how you'd expect. Option A. She becomes cold as winter. Touching you feels like work. Kissing you requires effort. Your hands on her skin make her tense up like you're a stranger. Intimacy happens, but it's mechanical, distant, like she's mentally filing her taxes while you're trying to connect. Or option B, and this one's worse, she becomes hypersexual. New moves, new energy, positions she never wanted to try before. A fire that burns so hot, it feels fake. And you lay there afterward thinking, where did she learn that? Here's the brutal detail. Last week, she wouldn't let you see her undressed. This week, she's performing like an adult film star. The switch is so dramatic, you feel crazy for questioning it. But your gut knows what your brain won't admit. Someone taught her that. But here's the psychological manipulation that'll haunt you. She's using intimacy as a distraction tool. When women feel guilty about emotional betrayal, they often overcompensate with sexual performance to throw you off the scent. It's like a magician's misdirection. Look at this passionate display while I hide my emotional infidelity behind it. The psychology is twisted. Women use sexual energy to cover their tracks. Either they withdraw it completely to create distance, or they overcompensate with performance to throw you off the scent. Both scenarios mean the same thing. Her authentic intimacy is being spent elsewhere. But even sexual manipulation isn't her most devastating weapon. Section 5. Future Erasure Protocol. The final trick is the cruelest, systematically removing you from her future while pretending nothing's changed. Listen to how her language shifts like she's speaking a different dialect of love. She talks about growth, healing, finding herself, but never with you in the picture. You're not invited to her future anymore. I'm thinking about taking that promotion in Seattle. Seattle? That's 3,000 miles away. What about us? Well, it's a great opportunity for my career. For your career. What about our relationship? I mean, we could figure something out, I guess. That I guess hits like a slap. No enthusiasm, no plan, no fight, just a shrug disguised as consideration. Here's the detail that'll destroy you. She already figured it out. She applied for that job 2 months ago. Her best friend knows. Her mum knows. Her co-workers know. Hell, her dentist probably knows. The only person who doesn't know she's planning her exit is you, the person whose life will be most affected by it. She's been having conversations about her future for months, and you're not in any of them. She's grocery shopping for one in her mind, apartment hunting for one online, planning vacations for one on Pinterest boards you'll never see. But here's the psychological cruelty that'll break you. She's practicing emotional divorce while you're still emotionally married. Every time she says I instead of we, she's rehearsing life without you. It's like she's already moved out mentally, but forgot to tell her body to pack the bags. The most brutal part? She'll let you waste your energy trying to fix what she's already decided to abandon. The woman who truly loves you doesn't need to hide her phone. She doesn't need alibis for her joy. She doesn't need to rehearse her intimacy or erase you from her dreams. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I'll see you in the next video.